Hello everyone, this is the part 3 of our head rigging tutorial. In this part 3 we are going to continue on the eye rig, but this time we are going to build deformation bones around the eyelashes, so our deformation to be more precise. As you can see, the skin around the eye socket doesn't follow the eyeballs, but also this eye controller is way too far, so let's put it close. Okay, so let's start. So let's go into the object mode, select the head, edit mode, and click one of these edges here. Shift S, cursor to select it. Back to the armature in edit mode and create a new bone. Scale, and rotate minus 90 degree. Scale more. Let me see. Okay. And push. Very nice. Okay. Good. Let's call it diff bone. Diff eyelashes, upper eyelashes, upper eyelashes 1 total. Okay. Again, go into the object mode, select the head, go into edit mode, and there is a lot of loops here too, but we don't need so much, so I will select these two, cursor to select it. So go into the armature again, shift A. Actually, no, select this bone, duplicate with shift D, and press shift S, selection to cursor. Okay, and now let me check in front. Okay, it's much better. Again, shift S, cursor. I think no, and maybe a little. Okay, that's better. Let's name it this to be eyelashes 2. And this will be 3. We must do the same thing in this direction. Let's shift the cursor to set. Maybe another one. Shift the snap to the cursor. Maybe little power. So this model has a lot of HJ loops, and we don't need so many. I mean, if you want, you can do, but the tutorial will be much longer, and it won't make any sense for now. And I will duplicate and put another one there. Okay. Okay, let's name it. This will be 4. This will be 5. This will be 6. We will duplicate and we'll send lower in the low eyelash section. So let's adjust. Yeah, not bad. Let's name it also. This will be lower. Lower. And the final one. Okay. So let's select everything and right click, symmetrize. It doesn't perfectly mirror it because the mesh is not fully symmetrical, but we will adjust. So yeah. I think it's perfect. Let me Yeah, it's good. So now let's go into object mode, click the head, click the armature again, and Ctrl P with automatic weight, mirror, keep transform. Okay. Now let's go into the edit mode, select this eyelashes deformation bones. Shift D, duplicate, Shift Control Alt S to scale. Right now we don't, okay, we see. So this will be MCH bones, so they are not going to deform. Let me uncheck. Let's uncheck for all the MCH bones. Lot of bones and a lot of repetition, so just enjoy the process. Okay, now let's name it again. As you can see, the naming part is taking a lot of time. Just to add an MCH and delete some part of the name. Very nice. So now let's parent them. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So these two MCH eyelashes will be parented to the head deformation bone. Keep offset. Let's check. Okay, very nice. So now this deformation upper eyelashes will be parented to the MCH upper eyelashes. So we select. Let me first. So we can see better. Okay. First we select the deformation and second the MCH. Ctrl P, keep offset. We must repeat the same process to the rest. So let's do first we select the deformation, and after that the MCH. Control P, keep offset. Rigging is wonderful, right? Yeah. Okay. We parent them. So let's see. Oh. Okay. Now we clicking this MCH upper eyelashes bone, the upper, and we parent this to the MCH eyelashes parent. Control P, keep offset. And now we select the MCH lower eyelashes, and we parent to this MCH lower eyelashes parent. Control P, keep offset. For now nothing's happening, but soon will. So now let's add constraints. First, we need to add to this MCH eyelashes parent the main bone. We need to add a dump constraint, but first let's select the tail of this, Shift S, also to select it, add a new bone into this tail. Okay, scale it down. Okay. Uncheck the deform. Go into the pose mode. Let's name it. This will be eyelashes controller. Upper eye lamp. Click this eyelash upper controller and shift click MCH eyelash parent. Shift Control C and add Dumbit track. So basically the magic. Very nice. Let's do the same thing below in the lower eyelashes controller. Click this tail, Shift S, cursor to select it, duplicate this controller, Shift S, selection to cursor. But this is inverted, so we need to scale negatively. So negatively. What I mean, let me show you. Let's go into the viewport display. The display as octahedral. So this bone is looking upwards, but we need to looking backwards. So when we can push this way, so the eyelashes go upwards. So in the upper eyelashes we were pushing down, so the direction was correct. So, go into the pose mode again. Let me go back to P-bone and add a dump track. Okay. Not bad, I like it. Now let me check. So we need to parent these newly created controllers to the head bone. Let's go into the edit mode. Control V, keep offset. Let's check. Okay, very nice. I will leave this side. Yeah, we don't need this, the right eye. So for now, because our tutorial will be extended for way too much. The process is exactly the same. So let's continue. Let me rotate. So the eye is still, the eyelash skin still not following, not moving. So what we need, we need the eye to copy the rotation, the eyeball, the eye bone to copy the rotation of the deformation eyelashes. Shift Control C, copy rotation, and copy location to into the constraint panel. I will in local space so what does mean? Let me check. Okay, but the eye. Okay, we also need the MCH eye parent to copy the rotation and the location of the deformation eyelashes. So this will be also in local space. Now it's getting better, and because we have added two same constraints, this eye bone does not copy the rotation. So what we need is, let's click here, and in the MCH eye parent, okay, that we copied the rotation and location. In this copy rotation constraint, we must click mix and click add. So it will not just replace the constraint, but it will add this function on top of that. So let me show you what I mean. You see now. That's very nice. And for now, I will leave it to 0.3, the influence, and we will see how it works. We are going to do the same process in the lower eyelashes. Click the eye bone and click the deformation lower eyelashes. Shift Control C, copy rotation, copy location, in local space, and click the MCH eye parent and select the, select the deformation lower eyelashes. Shift Control C, copy rotation, copy location, replace, mix, add, local space. This may be a bit confusing, but it's necessary. Oh, still works, okay. Let's reduce the influence just like we did to 0.3 for now. So basically now we need to do exactly the same with this deformation eyelashes bones that is around the eye. So for now, let's start with the MCH parent one. Yeah, it will take time. We are already at 26 minutes of tutorial, but it's okay, I will extend it. So we have to repeat exactly the same process to the remaining bones, deformation bones. So I will do, click the eye, copy rotation, copy location, local space. It's extremely repetitive process, extremely repetitive. Now click the MCHI parent and the same deformation upper eyelashes, copy rotation, copy location, mix, add in local space, so and so this will be also influence of 0.3, I believe. We must test, I'm not sure. You can also test. So you see the skin around the eye is now starting moving, reacting. And what we also, now that we added a constraint into this bone, we can also do this. So we can't. Oh no, we can't do it. No. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, it needs another part. So let's hope. Let's hope, because we are. It's getting very big, very long tutorial. The video editing is taking big time. That's why I want to avoid long tutorials. So. But let's see. I will do a little more. Let's go. Copy rotation, copy location, local space, local space. Influence of no, not this. Okay. No. Copy rotation, copy location. I think I will stop here, because after we finishing all this part, we have to this MCH bones must copy the location, copy the transform or the location from that bow. Let me be more precise. Copy transform. Oh. And what that means. So now that we are closing the eye, we can manipulate these bones the way we want. Or maybe this is, if this works, maybe it's better. No, it's not. So what I said. Let's try copy location, offset, yeah, no. Copy transform is the best option. And let's do the same thing for the remaining upper MCH eyelashes. Copy transform. So let's go down. So, for example, this MCH is way too low, so we need to slightly go up. Same this. This okay. Let me also add to the upper section. Copy transform in local space. Copy transform. Always in local space, most of the time. So let's work now. As you can see, we need to perfect this. Now watch the magic. Okay. Small influence. Very nice. Okay. Very nice. We must do the same thing in the lower MCH eye. So we clicking the MCH lower eyelash parent, clicking the MCH lower eyelashes, Shift Ctrl C, copy transform, local space, repeat the process. space. So now let's push the lower eye. How we can this influence. Very nice. Very nice. I think it's pretty damn good. This bit more loud. Okay. This okay. Let's check. Okay. No, it doesn't make sense. For now it's good. Let me do only this part for the eyelashes, just to have some influence 0.3. Okay, this was way too much influence. Okay. Let's do in the lower eyelashes too. Local space 0.3. I think this is my longest tutorial. Okay. Okay, I think. Very nice. There is this eyeball pop-ups, so I will do in the next video. But yeah, I think we do most of the hard part of the eyelashes, of the eye rig. So in the part 4 we are going to do little of everything. Okay, we are going to polish our eye rig, and we are going to add some mouth bones and keep improving our rig, our face rig. So hope you like it. This tutorial was extremely repetitive and very long. So hope you like it. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and see you later. Bye.